This loading screen is awesome, and it's gonna change soon. Spoiler alert. Hello, Security you, and welcome back to Let's Play the first Tomb Raider. The one from 1990, whatever this game came out. In the previous episode, we went through the Obelisk of Comunas, one of the coolest levels in the entire game. And in today's video, this level's still pretty awesome. We'll see why in a little bit later. But as for right now, we have some cat mummies to deal with. They look a little different than the previous ones, though. It looks like they forgot their toilet paper. So, we want to be careful with these guys. They are a little bit more aggressive than the previous ones, so we want to watch out for that. And let's be careful. You need to get away from me. Whew. Yeah, quite the intense way to open up a level now, isn't it? They are not messing around this far into the game. So, without further ado, let's continue onwards. So we're heading over this way, and I know I praised this already, but I love the texturing of this game. Egypt, I think, has some of the coolest looking, like, area textures in the entire game. It's so cool looking. I love this area. Egypt is probably like really high up on my list of favorite locations in the entire Tomb Raider series, which is ironic because as a kid, I used to not really like it that much, but as I gotten older and things like that, I started really appreciating this. And made me wonder if I did like it better when I was a kid. Maybe I would have given Tomb Raider Last Revelation a chance, because I kept hearing that Last Revelation was probably the best of the original games. But I never wanted to try it out because wasn't really that big of a fan of the Egypt part of this game. So I was like, oh, an entire game set in Egypt probably isn't for me. So our first main objective, we have these things located on top of this giant statue. There's always a bigger sphinx. Alright then, let's continue down here. We're gonna want to heal before we do anything else. Because coming around this corner, it's a Tomb Raider game. There's gonna be some bad guys in this area we want to watch out for. Oh no, a bad guy didn't see coming. Oh, I'm so surprised. But what is surprising is that, yeah, this cat mummy is firing bullets at us. I'm starting to think that something else is going on with that. Intriguing. The first thing we're going to be wanting to focus on, we have the two things that we need to activate on top of the Sphinx, so it's our job to go find them. Which means that we're going to be climbing up these rocks. That's going to be a fun time all around because platforming in Tomb Raider is fun. That's the big thing that kind of... Okay, I'm going to try not to talk about this too much because I don't want to complain about other games too much in these videos. Because Tomb Raider 2013, like, I already did verses of that. And, like, bleh, words are difficult. So one thing that always rubbed me the wrong way with the more recent Tomb Raider games, they kind of steered away from the platforming side of the games, because even in the previous reboots, like Angel of Darkness or Legend or things like that, they still have platforming elements to them, and even if they were kind of veering away from what the original games were doing and things like that, they were still platformers at heart. So yeah, that's like one of the bigger things I always drove me crazy about the newer games, and they do still have platforming in them. It's just not quite the same, because it's more so focusing on climbing around and things like that, and that's just not the same as the original games, and they're still pretty fun. It is really fun to climb around those games, but that's just something that always rubbed me the wrong way about those games. Save your game. Save your game, you'll thank me later. Let's activate the switch. We'll open up some mysterious door that we're investigating, and go into the far corner, and pull out your weapon, and go into the first person mode. Or the camera zooming mode, or whatever mode this is. Because there's a bad guy over there who will just be like randomly appearing. I cannot tell you how thankful I am that I've always known that guy would appear. Because, can you imagine just continuously climbing this area in your merry way thinking, oh, we activated a switch, everything's gonna be all fun and dandy and rainbows. But no! There's a demony flying jerk who wants to eat your bones. And it's like, no, I don't want you to eat my bones, I kinda need them to live. So yeah, I've always been super grateful that I always known those guys were there, because I used to watch my dad play through this game, and like one night, like I was staying up a little bit later than I was probably supposed to be doing, but I was watching him play through this area, and I don't know how he knew already, but he always knew that those guys would appear there as well. I think he was playing alongside a walkthrough or something, but yeah, like, that's something that's always been pretty amusing. Gonna jump over here, and on this platform, it's a little hard to see, but there appears to be something kind of floating in the air, minding its own business. We don't want to do a wandering jump for this. Yeah, there's an invisible platform. This game's had some pretty mean gameplay designs and things like that. This is probably the meanest, keeping a secret on an invisible platform. Alright. When that goes around, someday you'll come. Okay, there you are. Okay, let's spot the shotgun so we can take care of these guys a little quicker. I'm going to regret this decision. I'm going to regret this decision. I'm regretting this. Okay, you didn't actually come over here. That's good. That is fine by me. I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to wait for the inevitable. Okay, that platform seems a little safer. Okay, safe for the other one. I know you're there. I know you were there. You were on this side. Alright. I don't like this. I don't like this thing you're doing where you're just flying around minding your own business. I don't like it. Come back over here. Come back over here and face me like a manly man. Okay, let's check out the magnums because we're blowing through way too many shotgun shells. And I am going to want to use them for later. Come back over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. You come and go, you come and go. Phew. Okie dokie. I didn't like that one bit. Those guys don't usually freak me out that much, but I don't know what it is, but something about doing live commentary makes playing tense moments in video games a lot scarier. I think that's the big thing that's freaking me out whenever we're doing through, like, Five Nights at Freddy's Ghost Story or anything like that. Because when I'm playing them on my own time, they don't freak me out that much. But just for whatever reason we're doing commentary, it's like the intensity of it amplifies tenfold. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? I want to do this. Nope, we didn't want to do that. Crap, when was the last time I saved? Just this site. Just this site. This is one of the core memories I always think about whenever I play through this game. Just waiting in the corner, waiting for those flying guys to come by, and just waiting for them to come over here. That's just like one of the biggest core memories I have of this game. That, alongside the T-Rex, and going through San Francis Folly and everything. Back to where we were a moment ago. Yeah, we kind of completely glossed over the reward we got. The final weapon in the game, the Uzis. Don't use them. Just wait on them for a while. Now, we were going to demonstrate them on the next enemy just to showcase the difference between them and the other weapons in the game. But I'm warning you right now, don't use them yet. There's going to be stuff later in the game that is much more... that it's going to be much more important to wait for them on. I don't think they're the most powerful weapon in the game, but they are the most rapid-firing one. And they're going to make some of the encounters later in our adventure way easier to deal with. Just trust me. They're good weapons. hold on to them. Think of them like the bag of Dragon Knife from Earthbound. They're great weapons, but wait until the best moment to use them. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to think of what's a good route to get back down. I think that's a little too high. How do I usually get back down? Okay, I'm gonna take a chance. Taking a chance didn't work last time, but you know what? You know what? Let's try it again. Let's try this. Okay, it worked. It worked. It totally paid off. It worked. Okay, I'm fine. It's all fine. We're all good. It's good. Yeah, it's awesome. Whew! That's one of the fun things about Tomb Raider in general, is just that nerve-wracking feeling you get, wondering if like a jump or something like that's going to be far enough. It's just always pretty amazing. Now the trick that I always remember for this large room, the switch for the one side is going to open the door for the other side, and that's the big secret that is going to be important to remember going forward. Alright, after some quick editing, what you want to do, you want to head down here, and hold on to the ledge. What I used to do whenever I played through these games, I'd usually try to slide down the ledge backwards because I noticed that a lot of the puzzles and things like that usually involved you needing to do that. But then, like, I was playing through Tomb Raider 3 and realized, oh, that trick doesn't exactly work that well in that game. It's still a good strategy to use, but it seems like Tomb Raider 3 has a lot more like platforming moments that require you to be facing forward when you're sliding. I don't know if that's just like the Mandela effect or anything like that, but that's something that I kind of realized after a little while. So let's head here. Yeah, so let's head down here. Because the next shiny objective is going to be under the water. Under the sea. Under the sea. Down is here, and the key is the thingy that I want. I'm terrible at coming with the lyrics on the spot, and I'm stupid. I'm the turner under the sea. I think I've talked about this before, and it's gonna be really amusing if when the movie comes out and I go see it and realize, oh, the movie actually is terrible. The funny thing about the Little Mermaid remake is that this is probably the most excited I've ever been for a Disney remake, because, like, not all the remakes have been great. Let's just say that. Like, a lot of them miss a lot of really crucial story beats and things like that, or they gloss over things too quickly, or they spend way too much time explaining things that don't need to be explained. I'm really excited for the Little Mermaid remake, though, and I can't put my finger on why. I'm just really excited for it because, like, I think it's the music. Just something about the way that that movie, the remake is doing there's something about the part of your word. I can't talk right now. There's something about the way they're doing part of your world. I think Halle Bailey's, I think that's the actress's name. I think her cover of it from the trailers, when I heard that, I was like, okay, yeah, this movie's actually going to be kind of good. I'm not sure if it is going to be good in the end, because I didn't really get that same feeling when Aladdin or the Beauty and the Beast remakes were coming out. But, like, I still went to go see them in theaters and things like that because I'm a weirdo. But, yeah, like, I'm really excited for the Little Mermaid remake. I'm just hoping it's good. That's all I want. Can't they just make a good remake? We're gonna activate the save crystal, and I'm gonna point out something that is going to ruin this forever for you. This is something that I noticed a long time ago, and I know it's not supposed to be this. It's supposed to be like an Egyptian hieroglyphic and things like that, but it's something that I noticed and I cannot unsee it. You see that symbol right there? Doesn't it totally look like a smiley face? This is totally a smiley face. I don't care what anyone says. It's supposed to be a Egyptian hieroglyphic, but I don't care what anyone says. That is totally a smiley face. Now we'll be heading over here, because now we got this super awesome reward and stuff like that. I guess we could talk a little bit more about the Disney remakes, because there's not that much that's going on right now, and I need to plug in my computer because it is going to die because I'm using a laptop, and laptops kind of have batteries. Yeah, so the remakes, a lot of them have been hit or miss and things like that. I don't think there's one that's... There obviously hasn't been one that's surpassed the original or anything like that, not by a long shot. I think Cruella, I did end up liking that one more than 101 Dalmatians, but that wasn't really a remake. That was more so like an original story. So, in terms of, well, actually, I think there is one remake that was better than the original one, like legitimately. I really like the Peach Dragon remake, but honestly, I don't remember that much about it. All I remember thinking at the time was that I remember watching the movie and thinking that it was better, but I don't actually remember if that's the case. So I'll have to go back and rewatch those movies and things like that. Because the thing with the original Peach Dragon, I love that movie. It's just I can't stand the first 10 minutes. I really, really hate the song that plays at the beginning of the movie. The movie doesn't really get interesting at all until the kid goes into the town. Like, this is kind of something that I've always thought with that one. So, yeah, Peach Dragon, I think the remake was a little bit better. Beauty and the Beast, I liked it. I did see it twice in theaters, but it has a lot of problems. Like, one of the bigger things that like I realized lately when I was thinking about that movie again, they kind of completely botched the scene when Belle's discovering the flower for the first time, because she's naturally curious about it because it's the one place in the castle she's told not to go, and that is the same for the remake as well. But in the remake, it's really more so just her wandering around the castle, and they don't really have a sense of uh, how do I word this? In the original one, they have like a lot of subtle details. Like my favorite detail is when Belle goes into the door. She's hesitant to open it at first because she knows she's not supposed to be going in there. But in the remake, she doesn't do that. And it's like little details like that really bug me because it kind of feels like people in charge of the remakes kind of missed a lot of the points that were made with the original ones. So, yeah, I still like the movie, but little things like that drive me crazy. Just like these stupid chompers right here, because oh boy, aren't these fun. These ones aren't so bad. These ones aren't so bad. It's just that I have a bad taste in my mouth from the first ones we see in this game, how they have two of them next to each other with a breakable platform between them. Alright. Well, that wasn't too bad. We were super close to landing off the platform right there. Alright. And I guess the only other remake I can really think of right now, like the Aladdin remake, that one... okay. That one has a very slow start, and it's weird because I say it's a slow start, but they also, like, skip through so much of the story. They kind of go through it way too quickly in that one. And then when the genie comes in, that's when the movie starts getting interesting, and it has a lot of really great moments. I think it has, like, a lot of the better... Like, it has a lot of the better... What am I trying to say? It has, like, a lot of the better new additions compared to the remake, compared to the original. Like, I love the handmaiden character. Like, I love the new character they have for Genie's love interest. She's adorable. It's probably like the best new character they introduced in these remakes. It also has a big problem. I don't really like the Sultan in that movie because he kind of seems like way too similar to Belle's father in Beauty and the Beast remake. That's a big thing that I really don't like is when you have a studio that two movies come out pretty close to each other and you can tell that two of the characters were written the same way. Yeah, things like that really bother me. You want to talk about bothering me? How do we get down? I think that's a ledge. It's a little hard to see it. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, we're gonna fast forward up to the platform up there because there's already a bunch of platforming stuff that we've seen already, so... Fast forward! Duh! Alright, we'll continue onwards. I'm getting a little worried on it admittedly because we're pretty far into this recording session and I'm getting a little worried that my capture card's going to run out of memory soon. So, that's a bit of a worry that I have at the moment. The annoying thing is that I have 5 flash drives for my capture card. 3 of them don't work anymore. Whenever I tried recording with them, that kind of caused the whole problem I ran into with Mario Kart Double Dash and things like that, how I kept corrupting frames and things like that. And no matter what I was doing to try and fix it, it just wasn't working. And I'm a little hesitant to use the other one because it was also corrupting frames last time I was using it. So I'm really worried about that. Now, objectively, I could look into getting a new capture card, but I don't want to do that. Because the thing with this is that I really like this capture card because I don't need it to be connected to a computer to record or anything. So I don't have to worry about lag issues whenever I'm trying to play a game and things like that. So that's pretty amusing. But now we're heading over here. Activate that. Continuing on our merry way through our path of glory. And this room is super shiny. Hey there, how you doing? Yeah, we saw you a couple times already, and you're firing explosives at us. So, a fun story. The first time that I ever heard the term cherry bomb was because of these guys. So, they were firing explosives at us, but when I was a little kid, I thought the red things they were firing were cherries. And then a little bit later, I heard the term cherry bomb. I don't remember the context of it, but I heard the term cherry bomb somewhere. And that's... So, like, for the longest time, I thought those bad guys, I thought anytime an explosion went off in this game, I thought they were firing cherry bombs. Now I know better, but that's just something that's always in the back of my mind whenever I see those guys again. But now that we have both of our sweet, sweet blue woods, we are going to die. Because I am great at video games.